Is the COLA raise starting in October for Social Security, including retirement, disability, SSDI, survivors, SSI, VA, and RRB? That's a great question and exactly what I want to focus on for you right here in the video, so let's get right into it. All right, now in this video, I do want to address a question that I recently received from somebody right here in the community who sent me an email and said, I heard the COLA is starting this year in October. Is that true, and can you tell me how much it's going to be? That's a really good question. Let me clarify, because this would directly impact about 70 million beneficiaries, and that'd be pretty awesome, right? Let me talk about all the details and what is going on in October and why we need to pay very special attention for the millions upon millions of beneficiaries. Let's get right into it. Really fast before we do, thanks so much for joining me. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, please make sure to subscribe right down below the video. It's totally free to do so, and I'm here for you right by your side every single day to advocate on your behalf, as well as to keep you updated with what is actually going on, as things are happening very fast right now. We're getting a lot of announcements as it pertains to Social Security, SSDI, survivors, SSI, VA, low income, no income, seniors, older adults, and of course people with disabilities, as well as all the other bills, packages, and proposals coming out of Congress and how they want to reform these programs as well as change things in a major way. There's a lot of things going on right now, and realistically between now and the end of the year, it's only going to get busier and busier with some major announcements and changes to these monthly benefits. So again, please subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet so you don't miss anything going forward, and I'll be here for you every single day, no matter what, right by your side, bringing you the latest details as they're hitting the wire. All right, thanks so much. Subscribe down below. Let's get into it and talk about October. Is the COLA really starting in October of this year for millions of beneficiaries? And why is October so incredibly significant? All right, so let me talk about what's going on here. And again, this is a great question because I want to bring this to your attention. There is some things that are going on in October. All right, let me clarify this, okay? Let me talk about the details here, okay? When it comes down to the COLA for Social Security, and again, all the fixed income benefits that I mentioned at the beginning of this video, okay? Let me talk about that for just a second, and then let me talk about the COLA that is starting. There is one COLA starting in October. Another COLA will be starting in a couple months from now, okay? Confusing stuff. I know, okay? Let me talk you through the details about this. When it comes down to the COLA for all the fixed income benefits I mentioned at the beginning of the video, the COLA to those monthly benefits starts in January, okay? The calendar year, January 1st through the end of December 31st, that is when the COLA goes into effect. However, the COLA is announced in mid-October from the Social Security Administration. It's announced in October, goes into effect in January. And again, I know if you're receiving fixed income benefits from Social Security, you know about this. This is no surprise. This is nothing new. This is not like, whoa, breaking news. No, it's not breaking news at all. This is the same old thing that's been happening every single time. However, why is there confusion that the COLA is starting in October? Well, it could be because of this. First off, the COLA to SNAP benefits, Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, otherwise called food stamps, or some people refer to it as EBT, is starting in October. Okay, so that one goes by the fiscal year for the federal government, which is October 1st through the end of September 30th. So the fiscal year 2024 starts October 1st for the federal government, okay? It runs through the end of September 2024. That is the fiscal year 2024 for the federal government, okay? That is where the COLA for SNAP benefits runs, okay? It starts October 1st and it runs through the end of September, and then it changes again October 1st, runs through the end of September, that cycle. Meanwhile, the COLA to fixed income benefits administered by the Social Security Administration, again, announced in October, goes into effect January, the calendar year, okay? And again, I know you're aware of this, but I would anticipate this is where the confusion is coming in, okay? So again, for the person that reached out with the question, thank you. I appreciate it. Hope this answers the question for you, but I would anticipate there's probably other confusion out there as well. Maybe there's some people out there talking about it saying the COLA is starting in October. Well, it depends on what you're talking about. Yes and no. The COLA for SNAP benefits, yep, it does start in October. The COLA for Social Security, no, it doesn't start in October, okay? It starts in January, or your January benefit. Now again, let's talk about this for just a second. When it comes down to SSI, you will be getting your benefit this year still. Your January benefit will be arriving in December. Whoa, starting this year, right? But that's on the behalf of January, okay? So that's what it comes down to. So when it comes down to how much the COLA is going to be, as of right now, don't know. As far as the COLA for Social Security, don't know. Hasn't been announced yet. Will be announced in mid-October, okay? When we do get that announcement, of course, I'll bring it to your attention right away. But then, just because they announce it, doesn't mean it's going to happen right away. You're not going to get it in October. You're not going to get it in November. You're not going to get it in December unless you're an SSI beneficiary. Then you would, because your check arrives at the end of December. Are you confused yet? You know what I mean? Sorry, I'm not trying to confuse anybody. I'm always here to try to clarify and make sure that everybody understands. But yes, it can be a little bit confusing, but this is what it comes down to. Now, the same thing goes with the COLA announcement for SNAP benefits. That arrived a couple months ago, right? We got that already, okay? So once we get that announcement from them, as far as the COLA for SNAP benefits, then it arrives a short time later, starting in October. Make sense? So again, a lot of confusing information here, a lot of different dates, a lot of different things. Why can't everything just go by the calendar? Just makes a lot more sense, right? It would be a lot easier for a lot of people, but that's not how they do it, okay? It's the fiscal year, which is very different from the calendar year, okay? We don't have calendars that start on October 1st. That's not how it works. Not at least in the world that we live in, right? But when it comes down to the federal government, that's the calendar that they look at starting October 1st for their own fiscal year. Make sense? So anyway, either way, I can tell you this much. October, important stuff, because here's the thing. All the things, well, okay, let me take that back. Not all, but a lot of the things that Congress passes throughout the course of the year usually starts at the beginning of the fiscal year. Not everything, but a lot of the pieces of legislation that they pass, they say, we're going to start at fiscal year 2024. Well, guess what? That's not the start of 2024. That's October 1st, okay? So it starts a few months early, okay? So anyway, important stuff here. Just want to bring it to your attention, let you know what's going on here. Either way, October will be very important. Some big changes coming in, including the raise to SNAP benefits through the COLA. That'll be starting. The start of the new provisions for the Farm Bill also going into effect then. All the changes that they have as a result of the new spending bill for the 2024 fiscal year going into effect then. The adjustments, as in the announcements out of Social Security for the COLA, that'll be announced in October as well as a whole variety of other changes to SNAP benefits as well as Social Security, and all of the programs within Social Security will also be changed as a result of a bunch of announcements coming out in October. A lot of announcements coming out of Social Security, okay? It's going to be a very busy time. Between now and the end of the year, I've said this before in other videos, busy time, okay? Generally, when it comes down to fixed income benefits, I'm just going to say this much. Generally, the second half of the year is when things get really busy. The first half of the year, it's like, well, things are starting, the new changes are going into effect, things like that. It's, kind of a busy time, but usually the second half of the year is where things really get going fast and really get cooking hot when it comes down to fixed income benefits, okay? Anyway, just want to throw that out really fast for you. And yes, we're in the second half of the year, obviously, right? So anyway, hope you're doing well. If you have any further questions on this, any concerns, please leave those down below in the comment section. But pretty basic stuff here. Anyway, I'll keep you posted as we get more information. Some big announcements coming out here, and I'll be right here for you, bringing those to you and your attention as they're hitting the wire. Anyway, enjoy your day. Take care. Have a good one. Subscribe down below. Share the video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out any of the other thousands of videos here on the channel. Until next time, enjoy your day. Take care, and catch you again later.